Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second part to the mods for the 23rd of April 2024. If you haven't watched the first part, if I remember, a card will come up, but watch this. You can watch this first, it's fine. No updates, I did that in the first part. Let's crack on. In front of me, we've got the Lizard PT75 by Hydraulik, 3.21 megabytes download, 3 slots on console. It is this little trailer here. Tension straps, as you can see, across it. It doesn't tip, fold, anything like that. It's just for putting pallets, bags, bales, whatever you want onto it. This you'll find under miscellaneous, right there, 890. That's all. Slot count comes down from 3 to 1. We can change the rim colour to any one of those. And license plate option on there too. Nice and straightforward. Lovely job. Lizard PT75 by Hydraulik. Next to that, we've got this. This is the trimmer Domaci, I think it is, by VuleX, 3.25 megabytes download. 3 slots. There are 2 of these. There's one that drops grass and one that doesn't drop grass. So if you want to cut the grass back but you don't want to have the hassle of collecting it and picking it all up, you can just clear the grass and it will sort of tidy it up. Now, what I would suggest with this, you can pick it up and you can walk with it, run with it. It will strap down onto trailers and things like that. So for taking it from A to B, you're better off doing that, because to use it, you enter the vehicle, exterior view, first person view, and when you start the engine, which you have to do with these, and then you start walking, you can only walk at 3 miles an hour. So if you're going to walk out to where you're going, it's going to take you some time. So picking it up, putting it onto a trailer, or even picking it up and running with it is faster than operating it like that. When we get to where we want to cut our grass, as you can see, I've done a little strip there already. Turn it on. And away we go. Need to do a little bit of strimming, weed whacking. And if I recall correctly, let's turn it off. Engine off. And leave the vehicle. It is actually under vehicles because it moves, it drives. So you want to go to vehicles and mowers. There you go. There's your 2 options. Trimmer, no drop. Price is the same, slot count is the same. Slot count will come down to 1. There's no colour options. You just get that with the orange and the white. Although it looks more red in the picture. Oh, maybe it's not, but it could just be the angle of it. So there we go. That's the trimmer Domaci by VuleX. Next, actually, I'm going to grab the tractor. Over here, we've got the John Deere 500 grain cart. This is 5.73 megabytes download, 3 slots, 15,000 litres. It's by Hemerson Dentinho ML Modding. Let's move into the light a little bit. It's probably a small tractor, realistically, to be pulling this. There's no rear trailer hitch on this at all. It is an auger wagon, so it will take your auger type crops and seed and fertilizer. Pipe out. Like so. Nice sound effect. There's no options for adjusting the tip, the head of the pipe, or adjusting the pipe angle. That's how you get it. Then we go to unload it. If you take it to a sell point, you can unload here if you want to drop onto the ground, or if it's feed troughs or whatever it is you're using it for, or you put it into another trailer, you absolutely can. If you want to take it to a sell point, do that. You can do that as well. And it will start to unload. Like that. This you'll find other tools and auger wagons. Right there, 22,500. Slot count comes down to 1. 110 horsepower required, which I don't quite have, but it still worked. Wheel setup, we've got standard. Standard 2, 3, 4, and back to standard again. License plate option there as well. The John Deere 500 grain cart by Hemerson Dentinho ML Modding. Next, we've got, actually we'll do this next, seeing as we're here. This rather large piece of equipment. This is the Sopema leveler by NicoPix. It's 2.53 megabytes download, 2 slots on console. You will find it under levelers, out on the end, 4,765 for the base model. Slot count comes down to 1. We start off the 840, 850, 860, 70, and 80. Is that 8 or B? Could be a B. It's a B, isn't it? Eyesight. Yeah, it's B, isn't it? I think. Regardless, it starts at 40, goes up to 80. And then we've got main colour, red or yellow are our choices. And it's used for levelling clamps, that kind of stuff, pushing things up, whatever you want to use it for. If you're going to put it on that length, and this is a telehandler attacher. Interesting, it says it's under levelers, but it doesn't say what it attaches to, but it is a telehandler attachment. And if you are going to have the long one like that, and then potentially extend that out even further, you're going to want a rear weight over the back axle. This is the Mantrid lightweight, which is perfect for telehandlers. So if you're pushing up a clamp, or whatever it is you're doing with it, it's up to you. Might be using it as a massive sink plunger, I don't know. That's what you're going to do. That's the Sopema Leveler by NicoPixes. Next, we have this. This is the Kverneland Vicon IXtrack T4 by JMZ, 49.15 megabytes download, 35 slots. The boom goes from an 18 meter to a 40 meter boom in increments, whatever size you want to go for. And I think it's got a 4,300 or 4,600, 4,600 litre tank on it. So this you'll find under sprayers. Right there, 66,500. Slot count comes down to 1, as we can see. Oh no, down to 2, not 1. I apologise. So we start off the 18 metre boom. Then we go 21, 24, 28, and it adds all the extra extensions sections on. 32, 36, and 40. We have got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Friedrichstein, back to Trelleborg. Under Trelleborg, we've got those. Michelin, we've got those. Continental, just that. Friedrichstein, just that, and back. Then we've got brands, Kverneland or Vicon. Those are our two options. Start this up. Don't think we have an option to open cover. But change work width. We are at 40, 36, 32, 28, 24, 19, 12, 8, and 2 meters, just the very back section if you want to. I don't think we have an option to change the track width on this. I don't think we do. It doesn't look like it. Unfold the sprayer. Now it's rather impressive, 40 meters. Liquid fertilizer or herbicide, this will take. Once extended, we can raise and lower the boom. So if you want to go for a more realistic run, depending on what crops you're growing, and you want to adjust the height for the crops, you can. You tend to find as soon as you hire a worker though, it will go back to its default, but there you go, turn it on. Interestingly, it says 40 meters, and now on that partial width it says 39.9, which is curious. But there you go. Fold that back up. Whoa. Didn't like that very much, did it? So that's the Kverneland Vicon IXtrack T4 by JMZ. Next we have over here, I think these and these are both by NicoPixes. We'll start with this one. This is the Sopema Pousse, I think it is, Avant. 10.19 megabytes download, 7 slots, 6 meters wide. This is a front cultivator, as you can see. I have it on the front. I'm going to say you could probably use it on the back, but it is designed to be a front cultivator. That is the point of it. So if we go to our cultivators, out on the very end there, 3-point link mounted, slot count comes down to 1, 150 horsepower required, no options on it, just as it is. So, start this up. Unfold. Really nice detailing on this as well. So as you can see, this is not a shallow cultivator. So on a part of a field where you do have stones, this should bring up small stones, he says. There you go. We have got stones coming up. So that's the Sopema Pousse Avant by NicoPix. Then we'll go to these nets because these are also by NicoPix, and that's just the order I've got them on my list. So we've got these here. This is the Sopema Croskillette, also by NicoPix. 12.28 megabytes download, 8 slots and 9 slots. We have a 3-point link mounted. Now these are rollers. We've got a 3-point link mounted roller just there. And then we've got the exact same roller, but this is actually trailed, so it has got wheels and an attacher. So if you don't want to put too much weight over your back axle on your 3-point link, you can have it trailed instead. That is entirely up to you, but it is in essence the exact same piece of equipment. If we go to our rollers, which is just there, 12,950 for the 3-point link mounted, 14,250 for the trailed. Slot counts come down to 1 on both. No options available. You get them just like that. These again, incredibly well made, very nicely made. Have a look at the, well, way closer to that than I thought it was. Nice animations and sound effects on the folds and unfolds. Beacon on the back. Lights on the back there as well, you can see that with indicators, little LEDs. Hopefully this will, I'll drop this down. There we go. Here's a roller, so we can roll those stones back in that we just picked up with the cultivator. Nice sound effects on that, nice bit of movement, nice bit of dust, lovely. And then the other one is just a trailed version of that, but I'll show you it because it's I like the way it drops down. So when you're ready to operate, it's a small thing, but it all has to be modded so it works. There you go. That's the Sopema Croskillette by NicoPix. Next, we've got this. This is representative of 2. This is the Madara Agro Tirex by IXtrack, 25.33 megabytes download, 12 slots. For each of them there's a 5 metre and a 6 metre. These you will also find under cultivators. So if we go back up to our cultivators, and it was these two here. So 37,900 for the 5 metre, 43,600 for the 6 metre. Options are the same on both of them. So we'll go out to that one. So we've got the option of Mitas, BKT, Continental, Michelin, Nokian, Trelleborg. Onto Trelleborg we've got those two options. Friedrichstein, those options, back to Mitas. Main colour, there we go, main colour, any one of these. Does the frame. Design colour does the tines, goose feet, however you want to refer to them. Next design colour does the rollers. And then we've got a rim colour option on there as well, like so. Unfold this one. So this should be the same as the previous one. It shouldn't be a shallow cultivator. There we go. As you can see, it's not. Tell you what though, the tractor seems to be struggling a lot more with that one than it did with the previous one. There you go. So it will bring up stones, as you can see. That's the Madara Agro Tirex by EAD123. Next, we have this, or these, should I say. This is the Lizard Rumbler Flatbed by ModPassion. 10.01 megawatts download, 5 slots, and then there's a back for this, which is 3 slots. So we'll have a look at the vehicle first. So we go to vehicles, we go to trucks. Right there, 48,000. Slot count comes down to 1. 300 horsepower. So it says AI worker, yes or no. I think that just puts a GPS on there, I think, for that, if you wanted to. Makes no difference. There's no price difference if you have it on there or don't have it on there. Then we've got engine setup. So we've got automatic. We've got an electric, 120 kilowatt. And then we've got manual. And then back to automatic again. All of them stay at the same horsepower. I think I went one diesel and I went one electric, but they both sound the same, curiously enough. Then we've got our tyre choices or wheel setups. There you go, all of those. Tinted windows, yes or no. Driver side, left or right. I like that as an option. I think we should have that on more vehicles, in all honesty. Beacons, yes or no. Oh, no, sorry, I take that back. Beacons, no. Flashing, like strobes, or rotating. Then back to no. I went for one of each, so I'll show you those as well. Then we've got front weight, and you might wonder why you want a front weight. So we've got front weight standard, 500 kilo, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 kilo. Then back to standard. That will become clearer. Klaxon, yes or no. If you want a klaxon on the top, you can. You've then got name, so you've got numbers 1 through 9, and then alphabet A through Z or Z. If we go back the other way, you'll see when we come back to it. There we go. So if you want to do that, you can. Then you've got capacity standard. This is for the fuel tank. So we've got 120 litres, 1,200 litres, or 12,000 litres. So if you want plenty of fuel, you can change that if you want to. Main colour, anything on this palette here. Like that. Rim colour, any one of those, like so, and a license plate option on there too. So that's the main vehicle. But if we come out of there, then we go down to miscellaneous. Not under there, under tools and miscellaneous, should I say. We come to the back for this. So the Lizard Rumbler Flatbed back. That's 3 slots, comes down to 1. So we have got the option of platform with 3-point, just a 3-point link. So that's another reason why. If you want to use it as like almost like a tractor for field work, you can put weight on the front. That's what that front weight was for. If you're going to have something off the back of this that might require it. Then you've got attachment for truck trailers, articulated lorry trailers, gooseneck attacher, and then back to platform. Then we've got capacity. This is interesting. Standard, 2,000 litres. We've then got 10,000 litres. Now, I misread this. Then the next one, I read that as 10,000 litres. It's not. It's 10,000 cubic. So it actually works out at, that's 10 million, isn't it? 10,000. Yeah. That, because I started filling it up. I'll show you in a minute. It was a bit peculiar. And it didn't seem to be touching the sides. And that's why. A ludicrous capacity on this one. You can go none. I don't know what's doing that. So it's just a flatbed without having any capacity, like that. And then back to standard again. Tension belts, yes or no. So if you want to strap down pallets and bags and that kind of stuff, or anything, bales, whatever you want. Main colour does the initial framework like that. Design colour, let's go for something that stands out. There we go. Gives you a metallic to the side. So whatever you want to go for on that, you can go for a slightly metallic. Then design colour, I think this does the upright supports. There we go. Like that. So that's the back. So what I've done, I've gone for one with capacity. That's got Something like 480,000 litres. Now that's got clothes in it. It takes almost anything, and from one of the multi-fruit buy stations, that said clothes. That doesn't look like clothes to me, but apparently that's what's in there, and there's a lot in there. But I do like it. It's a very short, stubby little thing. Now this apparently is the diesel one, but if you listen, there's not really an engine sound. When I drive, that sounds electric to me. It's curious. So we go to our main vehicle. Lights. Horn. Then we've got, if we go inside, we're going to go R1 and right stick side to side. Does the door. And up and down. If I did it to do it, there you go. I don't think you can see that properly. The window went up and down. You can just about make it out. The window is going up and down. L1, right stick side to side, does the door. And up and down, does the window. Might be better from outside. You might be able to see the window. There you go. See the window going up and down? There we go. Window going up and down. So that's the main body. If we press triangle and we come to the back, and we go R1, and what's that do? That's weird. Detach that, reattach it. Oh, it's because I've got something in it. If I empty this now, like I say, it has got clothes in it. It's very strange. You can put all sorts of stuff in it. If we unload that now. That's going to take a little while to unload. Once it's unloaded, we'll have the option for the tension straps, and we'll be able to open the sides up. I couldn't work out why the sides weren't opening. It was because, yeah, I've got something in it. So just bear with me while I unload this. So now that's unloaded, if I do L1 now, and we do right stick side to side, that opens the sides up. And then we go R1, and we've got tension belts, front and rear. So if you want to put stuff in the back of that, you can. But obviously, if it's got something in it, it won't allow the sides to open, because obviously it wouldn't be right. It shouldn't do that. So that's the bed. It does have a rear trailer hitch on there as well. But then this one, well, that one sounds like it. This is the electric one. This one I went for rotating beacons, I think. There you go. This one sounds more... So it's almost like the other one's got an absence of sound, because this one sounds electric. Well, that sounds weird. It does, doesn't it? Now I put weight in the front of this one. Actually, it's better for the 3-point link, but we put that one on and back up to here. I mean, I would say it's not really designed for transporting heavy loads long distances. It's probably more for moving stuff around yards and that kind of stuff, or shorter trailers or something like that, or something a little bit lighter or whatever. But with those rear attachments, whether it's the gooseneck or the rear trailer hitch, that works really well. I like that, and the capacity is ludicrous. I mean, absolutely ludicrous, but very cool. That's the Lizard Rumbler Flatbed by DD ModPassion. Next up, we've got the AGL series, which is this, just here. This is 37.68 megabytes download, 20 slots. It's by Nasif Modding AJ3D. You'll find this under vehicles and trucks right there. 24,500 for the base model on this one. Slot count comes down to 1. We have got 146 horsepower, 176 horsepower, 185, 261, and back again. There are some changes as you go through, just with the visor, pretty much, really. So I'll go for the 261 horsepower one. Doesn't add a huge amount of money on. We've got front grille design. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, back to 1 again. I think I went for that, maybe. But I do like that front like that. Actually, that's pretty cool. Then you've got antennas, left, right, both, or off. We've got mirrors, standard, all painted the same colour as the main primary colour. Latches, plastic or chrome. Fuel tank, plastic straps, primary coloured straps, chrome straps, or back to plastic. Decorative lanterns on the back, so the lights across the back section. We've got yellow, red, green, blue, or no. I think I went for green on those. Decorative lights, this is up in the cab windows. Just puts lights in there. Again, yellow, red, green, blue, no. Then design, we've got day cab premium. Very nice, which is one I think I went for, day cab premium. You've got stair lights, orange, red, white, or not at all. Main colour, anything on this palette here. Then we've got fender over the back. Rim colour, any one of these. And a license plate option on there as well. So, we hop in, start it up. Lights. Normal reverse lamp, does sound nice though. Turn the lights on, so green lights on the back. I think I went for green in the windows as well. There you go, LEDs in the windows as well, if you've gone for those. It's a bit of a beast, this. It's got the front end look of the old cab overs, the ones that are like right over. But it's pretty cool. Now I don't think, oh yes we do. On this we've got to our left, raised front loader tool does the left mirror, then R1, the right stick side to side does the right mirror. Lights on the dash as well. There you go. That's the AGL series by NicoPix AJ3D. Next to that we've got this. This is the Krone BigLift 3500 by Agro. 19.82 megabytes download, 18 slots on console. I think this is a reskin of the New Holland. I don't think we've had a Krone one before. So this you'll find under telehandlers. I'm just trying to think, where's the New Holland? It does, yeah, I think it is. Just looking at the overall, it looks like it is. But anyway, regardless, same price, isn't it? Slot count comes down to 1 from 18. We've got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, back to Trelleborg. And Trelleborg, we've got those. Michelin, Continental just that, Mitas just that, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian that and back, and a license plate option on there. 2. Start it up. Don't think we've got a door or window that opens. I think so. All wheel steer, front wheel steer, crab left, crab right, back again. Then we just got our boom. I'm sure it's a pretty standard boom. I think I could be wrong. Oh, it's a single boom. I think the class Scorpion has got one of the longer booms, I think. Anyway, nice looking bit of kit. Nicely made and detailed. I do like the once you come past there and you can see the big lift. There you go. The Krone BigLift 3500 by Agro. Next, we've got this pack. All of this stuff here. I'm going to get something wrong on this, I know I am. This is the John Deere 445 and Utilities by SleutjesModding. 21.82 megabytes download. It's 7 slots for the main tractor. And I've got various different options on that, which you'll see the options for. You've got front frame open. We've got an option for a 3-point link. You can have weights on the front. You can have it with... if you have it with just the frame on the front, we've got the option for hooking up some of these. So we've got a blade, we've got a bucket, we've got a single moldboard plough, we've got pallet forks, which will go on the rear 3-point link if you've got that, and then we've got a mower deck, and we've got a forage wagon, but it's the connector for collecting up all of the grass from that. So if we go to small tractors, this is where you'll find the base unit. Right there, 4,995. So the options on this then, configuration standard, front weight 60 kilo, and back again. Wheel setup, we've got standard, we've got that. Then attachers, standard or 3-point. Hang on, sorry. Then you've got the lawnmower and bag hitch. So if you want to go for the mowing gear, go past 3-point, go to that, and that gives you the attacher for putting on the mower deck and stuff. So you might want to go for that. And then back to standard. We've then got main colour. So we've got a few different greens. Like that. Let's go for that one, for example. Design colour does this panel just there. And then we've got rim colour. Again, you can pick one of the greens. There's a black if you want it, or whatever you go for. If you want to keep it John Deere, like that. So that's the main vehicle. Now I've got to remember where everything was. So under tools and mowers is where you find the mower deck. Just there, 2,500. Slot count will come down from 3 to 1, 1.8 meter wide. Main colour, anything on there. So again, you can mix and match with your main tractor if you want to. That's just for the mow. So if you want to mow, leave the grass on the ground, you absolutely can. If we go from there, we go to our forage wagons, and it's just there. So the vacuum bagger 445, slot count on that is 3, which comes down to 1. You've got the option of standard at 350 litres or 4,500 litres dummy capacity. The main colour changes the bracketry on the back there, so you can pick any colour you want, but it's up to you what you want to go for. So that's for the mowing setup. Then if we go from there and we go to subsoilers, that's where you find the plough attachment out on the end there, 850. Plough attachment is 2 slots, 0.8 metres wide. We've got a main colour option on that. Again, mix and match on that. We then go from that to, I think it was winter equipment, I'm sure it was. There we go. We've got the blade snow, 1,450 to buy. Slot count on the blade was 2, 1.8 metres wide. Slot count comes down to 1. Main colour does the framework. Design colour does the blade for that. We then go from there. Bizarrely enough, it's under front loader tools, which I guess it is a front loader technically. The shovel 445, 350 litres, takes pretty much everything. Slot count on the shovel is 2, comes down to 1, 1.4 metres wide. Again, colour options on that. And then we come out of there, and I think it was miscellaneous for the last one. And we've got just there the pallet 445, main colour options on that for your pallet forks. So this is what I'm going to get wrong. Hang on, before I do that. So that's the tractor on its own. The mower deck you can pick up by hand. You slide the mower deck underneath if you've gone for the attachment for it. That gives you the option to turn that, or attach that, should I say. Let's turn the mower on. Now, options we've got, select work mode. So we've got chop the grass. Come around, let's swing this around so you can see. So we've got chop the grass. You've got cut the grass, and you've got collect the grass. Collect the grass, you fill it on that, that attaches the nozzle onto the back section. If I turn that to chop the grass, and we turn the mower on, so that's just chopping, it's not leaving anything behind, as you can see. So I'm going to turn it off. Then we change it from chop the grass. Going to raise that. There we go. To cut the grass, turn it on again, drop it down. So you can see now it's leaving the grass out to the right. So you've got chop the grass, doesn't leave grass behind. Cut the grass, does leave grass behind. It's leaving a little bit there. Let's turn that off, raise that. Toggle the work mode to collect the grass. We go to our collector. Hector the Collector. Don't know why I said that. That was very bizarre. There you go. So it's hooked it all up. And what we should get now is, I hope, and then we need to switch that on, turn on loading wagon. There you go. So now we're getting grass being picked up. And it's going into our collector at the back. I've gone for the 4,500 litre capacity just because, no particular reason, other than 350 litres doesn't go anywhere really. Turn that off and then turn that, oh no, hang on, turn that off and raise it. And then if we switch back to that, we can unload here. That just keeps on going, doesn't it? That's a lot of grass. That's really, that seems like quite a lot. Anyway, that's the mower. First person, horn. I do like all the detailing down there. That is pretty cool. Lights. Engine off. So we go to this one. We've got a front weight on this one, a 3-point in the back. We put the plough on. It will plough. We can create fields. So if I allow create fields and drop that down, there we go. So if you want to do a little bit of garden work, allotment work, this is probably perfect actually. That ploughed a lot wider than I thought it was going to. It's a nifty little thing, isn't it? And then we go, went too far. Went too far. Turn around again. Pallet forks. Now these we can raise and lower to pick up pallets, but we've got no adjustment. We can't tilt these or anything. There's no straps on them, so there's no manual raise or lower. It's just raise, lower, and away you go. You're not going to get a lot of weight on that because it's only a, was it 60 kilo was it weights on the front? But there you go. That's the pallet forks. Then if we switch from that to this, I do like this like that. I think that's pretty cool. So there's your bucket attachment on the front. Detach that, and then you've got the blade attachment for snow work. And this one is manual. L1, right stick up and down, raise and lower our blade for doing a bit of snow work. And this is kind of just for around the house, around the yard, a little bit of light work. This doesn't, I don't think this moves left or right. As far as I can tell, it's just fixed. It is just raise and lower. It's pretty cool. I wonder, I mean, people would get really bored, but there's a few mods like this knocking around with just little trailers and a few bits and bobs, whether you could do an entire farm, like a miniature farm. So have lots of like really small fields, almost like allotment work, but run it as a mini farm with all these little ride-on things. I think that'd be quite cool. Anyway, I digress. That's the John Deere 445 and utilities by SleutjesModding, which brings me on to the last of the mods. It depends when this posts actually. I'm recording this now. It's now nearly 10 o'clock at night. It took me that long to do the first part, prep everything, edit it, post it, prep the second section, start recording. So yeah, it's now 5 to 10. So by the time I've edited it, I'm not sure when it's going to be up. But this is the last of the mods for Tuesday the 23rd of April. And it's this right here. The Zetor LKT81 Turbo by WOLFex Modding, 6.32 megawatts download, 10 slots on console. If you have got the Platinum expansion, it does have rear winches. It has 2. So for doing forestry work, winching logs, whatever it might be you're doing, using it as a sort of skidder, you absolutely can. It's got the front blade on there as well, so for pushing things, lining things up, again, whatever you need to do. This you will find under vehicles and forestry machines. So this is kind of the older version to the Fanzelt Felix, really. I mean, in essence, it is just an older version of that. A lot cheaper though, 235 grand, 45 grand. So, 115 horsepower. We have got the option of Continental, Michelin, Mitas, Trelleborg, Frankenstein, back again. So on the Continental. Michelin. Mitas. Trelleborg. Frankenstein. Back to Continental again. Then we've got decals old or new. I think I went old. We've got warning stripes. I do like these. Warning stripes to the sides. 1, 2, and then we come to the back. I'll take those off. So 1, then 2 adds onto the front, and it takes them off completely. So that's cool. We've then got main colour. Does that section of the vehicle. Design colour, next one down, does all of that. Then design colour, next one, does the doors and the cab roof, actually, wasn't it? Oh no, just the doors. Cab roof stays as it is. Rim colour. Like that, and license plate option on there as well. So let's hop in, start it up. I don't think we have a change driving direction. No, we don't. But under R1 and right stick side to side, does our front blade. We are articulated. I have to say, it's pretty cool. Why does everyone always get the cool stuff really late on in the game? I mean, the fans out was cool, but this is brilliant. So, yeah, for manipulating log piles and stuff, you can, it says you can do that and goes straight over the top of the log. That was interesting. It went right through the bars there. And then L1, R1 and right stick side to side raises and lowers that whole plate. So if you are pulling logs up to the back of this as your kind of bash plate, it's interesting because when you first grab the winch cable, that hook doesn't move, and I thought, oh, that's weird, it's not going to do that. But actually, as it turns out, it does just fine. Is that winch cable moving? I did wonder whether the drum was moving. I thought that would be phenomenal if it was. Whoa. That is a very cool bit of kit, that. For only 115 horsepower, it's got a bit of grunt to it. Oh, I didn't show you inside, did I? First person, there you go. I say there's no doors or windows that open and close, but let's do that. Lighting, I don't think we've got beacons. No. There you have it. Like I said, on part 1 there is a map out as well today, which I'm not going to get onto definitely till tomorrow now. Alone in the World by Grimlock RRC. But as far as the mods go and part 2 goes, thank you if you joined me from part 2. For part 2, if you haven't seen part 1, there'll be a little card will come up linking to it. That was the Zetor LKT 81 Turbo by WOLFex Modding. Hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.